asked, nearly everyone living in the Western cultures will report that they have or used to have a crush at some point in their lives. What do they mean by this statement? In other words, what is a crush and how do we know that we have a crush on somebody? These questions have been pondered by countless poets, philosophers, and ordinary human beings for thousands of years, but only relatively recently it has become the subject of systematic research by psychology. So, what precisely does having a crush on someone involve? Most experts agree that three components are pivotal. First, before we can say that we have a crush on someone, the idea of it must be present in our culture. Not all cultures have this concept, and when it is lacking, it is difficult. Second, we must experience intense emotional arousal when in the presence of an appropriate person, someone defined by a culture as a suitable object of such feelings. And third, these feelings must be mixed with the desire to be the object of our affection, coupled with the fears that the relationship might end. Only if all these conditions are present can we say with certainty, I have a crush on someone. How and why does it occur? Many people report that they feel like they have a crush on someone who feels like being struck by emotional lightning. How can such reactions develop so quickly? One explanation is that we are prepared to have a crush on someone by our earlier relationship. Another very difficult explanation for sudden emergence relates to evolutionary theory. According to this view, through the ages, the reproductive success of our species depended on two factors. One, a desire on the part of both men and women to engage in sexual intercourse, and two, an interest in investing the time and effort required to feed and protect the offspring. According to this reasoning, having a crush on someone can enhance both tendencies because it leads to a lasting bond between the male and a female, a bond that is necessary for prolonged childcare. Pure lust, which could ensure only sexual behavior, was not sufficient. So, over time, human beings with a propensity to form long term relationships to fall in love were most successful in passing on their genes to the next generation. We are genetically programmed to have a crush on someone or to love someone. Which of these views is more accurate? At present, there is evidence for both. So the best conclusion is that both early experience and our genetic heritage play a role in our tendency to have a crush, and so to form a social relationship as love in the later stage that sometimes lasts an entire lifetime. If you enjoyed this video, do like, comment, and subscribe to Explified. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Bye!